With this session update, I'm Shannon Lurkey. Today, the Senate began working through their spending proposals for the coming biennial budget. On the Senate floor, members debated the omnibus budget bills in the areas of higher education, commerce and energy, and agriculture and rural development. Here are some highlights.
In addition to significant investments in addressing basic student needs, we made new investments in operations and maintenance at Minnesota State and the U of M, and increased student aid through the state grant program. Several additional investments in college affordability are made in this bill, including a $4 million increase in workforce scholarships, requiring 8 more colleges to offer 0 textbook cost associate degrees, increasing spinal cord and brain injury research grants, requiring a 5% tuition cut for students attending Minnesota State schools and a 3% tuition cut for the U of M students, and establishing a new grant program that allows teens, teens who enter foster care to attend college for free at any participating public or private school in Minnesota.
You know, I talked about this with a friend of mine. Her name's Lori. She's a vice president of St. Cloud Community Technical College. She's not one prone to melodrama. She didn't shed a tear. She didn't say the bill was horrible. She didn't say the budget was problematic. She said it was catastrophic. That was the word that she used to describe our funding of Minnesota State, catastrophic. Let me tell you a little bit about what catastrophe looks like in higher ed. It means fewer faculty. It means faculty being laid off. It means programs disappearing. And maybe you think, well, you know what does it matter if we lose philosophy or theater or English departments? It matters a lot. What does it matter if we lose music departments? It matters a lot. Where do you think the teachers come from who teach music to your kids in elementary school? They come from Minnesota State because they've been supported in those programs. It means the end of sports at particular institutions. That's what catastrophe means to Lori.
I want to address, some of the concerns that people have, and we have heard a number of times that we need more funding. We're not meeting our obligations, and I just don't believe that the answer is always more money. I believe we need to be looking differently at how we do things. As a member in the trades, I cannot tell you how many people that I've run into on the job site who went to schooling that had nothing to do with the trade they are now in. Was that schooling good for them? Absolutely. But they invested a lot of money that isn't going towards what they are doing today.
With that, I would say, as we think about energy transition in this state, our utilities in the state of Minnesota have perhaps lead this certainly country, perhaps the world, in terms of their initiatives going forward. Xcel, Minnesota Power, and Otter Tail, and Great River Energy, and on. They are stepping up to the plate relative to a clean energy future. So I think from the standpoint of where we are and where they are taking us, it is nothing but positive from the standpoint of, again, issues related to, again, clean energy, climate change, and so on and so forth. We've got a repealer of the nuclear moratorium within the bill, and that perhaps is controversial with some of you, but understand that as we look at clean energy and we look at clean energy futures and we look at climate change and we look at decarbonization, certainly I believe at least nuclear energy has to be in that conversation. Let me describe it.
It is by no means small. Typical small-scale nuclear still costs about $10 billion. It is certainly not small, and it certainly is not anything that I think we could see built around Minnesota, because I, for one, don't want one in my backyard, and I'm pretty certain that the 67 senators that serve in the Minnesota Senate would not want one in their neighborhood either. Right now, the reason we're not having nuclear plants built anywhere in the U.S. aside from the state of Georgia is because people frankly don't want them in their backyards.
We're not even willing to acknowledge here as a Senate that human activities are releasing greenhouse gases that are changing the climate, warming it up. That polar vortex that hit Texas with below freezing, below zero temperatures even. That's likely caused by our climate disruption, our climate change. The increasing number and more severe hurricanes, all the bad weather and everything else. And the science is consensus now. Maybe it's only 99%, maybe only 98% of the scientists agree that it's an urgent problem.
We should not be afraid, members, frankly, to take a look at energy, any energy source that in the future is clean and reliable and affordable. So in the future, if natural gas is somehow completely clean and reliable and affordable, or coal, or nuclear, or wind or solar, or whatever else may come our way, members, we should not be afraid to talk about it and discuss it, which is why we have the nuclear provision that we have in there. We should not be afraid to talk about where technology is driving that.
Members, this bill has $40 million of new broadband funding. As you know, the need for speed is out there. We need to get more broadband and bandwidth deployed to our rural areas that are unserved. This has been exacerbated this past year with COVID-19. 30 million of these dollars will go into the first year of funding, with 10 million of that going towards serving the unserved areas with a greater grant amount if the applications come in, a 55% grant amount. Heavy focus on biofuel infrastructure to promote more E15 across our state. Members, last week I had the opportunity to join Commissioner Tom Peterson and Governor Walz at a biofuel promotion, or highlighting the biofuels at a station in the western suburbs here in the Twin Cities. But this will help put infrastructure across the entire state to update to E15 or higher blends of ethanol. As we continue to use that homegrown fuel grown by our great Minnesota farmers, this will help disperse it and dispense it through the pumps so you can buy homegrown fuel at your hometown retailers.
To continue following these issues and more, watch legislative coverage Monday through Friday on the PBS Minnesota channel, or visit our website, www.senate.mn/media.